listos, Ciudad de México!
Bueno, yo empecé a componer Queen of the Murder Scene alrededor del 2017 y tenía como 3 canciones que hablaban sobre este mismo personaje que era una asesina.
In this vlog, we're gonna cover like chapter 1 and chapter 2 because we haven't made a vlog for chapter 1. So basically, this is like new music vlog.
Yeah.
So, let's
Chapter 1.
Yeah, let's start with chapter 1.
Which is Crimson Queen.
It's Crimson Queen.
And
the one.
And the one. Okay.
Oh, okay. Those are like those songs have cool stories.
Yeah.
Crimson Queen is Danny's song.
Yeah.
Danny wrote the lyrics. It's Danny's song.
That's kind of like it's a nice story because, well, that song was not gonna be on the album.
Yeah.
I have been writing that song for like a lot of time. I recorded myself on Pro Tools and then started adding guitar, starting adding voices, and just like figuring out. I did like 7 different demos of that song. And when I finished, I just
she showed it to
like,
us.
Showed
and
it like. Do you
I was
remember this song?
I was mind blown because I remember when Danny had it like very like a rough start. I was just mind blown. I really loved the song. And Danny doesn't like usually start songs, so when this one was just like
so like
wow.
When people like it, it makes me extremely happy. Like you have no idea because it's kind of like a big stepping stone for me. Like I'm used to writing with them, but
that
writing
her own.
On my own
so that
is
because writing on your own is it's like a very hard thing. Honestly, I don't even write on my own. I mean, I start songs, but I don't finish it. I basically just have chords, a very basic idea of what I want to do, and I immediately go to my sisters. A lot of people are saying like I write all the songs, guys. Seriously, there wouldn't be one single song on this album if the 3 of us hadn't like wrote together. And most of the songs, some of them I started them, but most of them we actually started them and wrote them together.
Yep.
And sure, sometimes I write more lyrics, but it's not that I write all of them. I just write like a little bit more, but that's
especially since like the making of a song has a lot
of layers.
Stages.
Exactly, because maybe I have like 3 chords, but then I take it to them, and then suddenly we have 12 chords, and it's a very long and complicated process.
From the writing to the mixing to the mastering, like everything.
And production-wise, it's just a very hard process, and we always do it together. It's always the 3 of us, and a lot of songs, like if you compare it to 21st Century Blood, a lot of the songs on this album we actually started them together, but we were writing like in our basement, and we were just like in the instruments, and we started them there. So, and I think you can hear it. You can hear that there's really like the 3 of us there in every single song. Oh God!
That's where the name came from, because every time we like try to work on that song, it's like ugh. I was just jamming out one day, and that riff, just like came out of nowhere.
Basically, that song started off as a very different thing.
It was
extremely different. And we struggled. That's the song that we struggled most on the album.
We did like
so many versions of it. Like we did more. I think we did kind of like 20 versions.
Yeah,
basically,
probably.
It was so many. And
every one of them, different lyrics, different melodies, different.
Oh, in the studio, we actually finished a ton of lyrics.
We did a lot of versions for and one of those versions turned out to be the one. And the other one, it's The Sacrifice.
Yes.
So basically 2 songs came out of trying to fix the one started, it was only piano.
Yeah.
It was an only piano piece that I had. And then I had some lyrics. This song was not even gonna be at first it didn't even fit in the story. And then we started adding different aspects to the story. We added like the whole stalker kind of thing. So now the one could like get in there in the concept. I had a different chorus for it. basically the chorus for the sacrifice used to be the chorus for the one. But then we started working on the one and we didn't like the chorus and we put it like on standby. But the one is a very fun song and it's one of the few songs where I started like experimenting with chords. Because I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed, but in 21st Century Blood, most of the songs have the same
chord progression.
No, the same 4 chords basically. So
in
different keys. So when we started writing this album, we were like, we need to change that formula.
Oh.
So we had like this whole concept, right? But it was a very long process to get it like to where it is. At first, it was not even a complete story. It was just about. I was just writing about. You see that I write in characters. I was just basically writing about a character who killed people, which is not nice. I know. I'm sorry, guys. But I mean, I just had like that idea. And then when I took it to Danny and Ellie, we made it so much more than that. Thank God. Thank you for fixing that. And then we showed it to our parents, and my dad was like, you know what? Like, we should totally make this like a novel, you know? So that's why we really like. My dad was like, let's release it like in EPs so people can actually like get the story. If you skip a song, maybe you don't understand the whole concept. And he was like, yeah, let's release it in chapters and everything. And we were just like so psyched about it. And then he was like, oh, you know what? Let's do an artwork for like every single song. And we're like,
Dad, you're a genius.
Hell yeah. So that's basically what we did. And then we took it to Rudy and then we started like working on it as a team. So chapter 2 is, what songs are they? It's Stalker, Red Hands Never Fade, and The Sacrifice. Stalker was a song that I started before I had, like, we had the concept of the whole album. I learned these new chords, which is basically the cliche that goes in the piano at the beginning.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I really liked it, and I wanted to make a song with that. And the chords just sounded like really creepy. So I was like, you know that I'm not good at writing love songs. So basically, I had the mentality of like writing a creepy love song, which is basically what came out. And then after, like, I couldn't finish Stalker. So basically, we took it together, and when we started adding the music, it was just so creepy. It was disturbing. It was uncomfortable, which was everything that we wanted it to be.
The guitar feedbacks.
When we were recording the guitars, we were like.
Those riffs and everything just like felt
actually
perfect.
those feedbacks are from the demo. Like we didn't want to change anything.
So and it felt like really good, and we were just like, you know what, let's just leave it like that. And but thanks to Stalker, like Stalker is a reason that like we were able to incorporate a lot more songs, and the story got like kind of more like developed. So and after Stalker, it's Red Hands Never Fade. Red Hands Never Fade is actually a really cool story. About like 2-3 years ago, I had like the phrase Red Hands Never Fade. I did a doodle on a notebook. Then I came back and I just started like writing some stuff, and I just left it there for a very long time, and I did not like pick it up again. And then when we were doing we were trying to pick up songs that could fit here, and then we grabbed and we were like, Red Hands Never Fade, like sounds like it could fit here
in this story.
Yeah, and then we started working on it, and it just turned out like really. My favorite like part is like the whole to tell you to tell me to tell you. That song was really hard to write. I remember that. Do you remember like the really long songwriting sessions that we had?
We
just
spent like
trying to
2 hours.
finish those lyrics because the lyrics for the verses were okay. But that song is it's the most tiring song to play. Cause
for you.
It's really fast
for you,
and I'm doing eighth notes on the right hand all the time, and in the bridge I'm doing 16 notes. So it's basically my right hand is doing this the whole song, and it's so tiring, but it's really fun to play.
Yes, it is.
Okay, and the next one is The Sacrifice, which is really weird to call it The Sacrifice. Let me explain a little bit about the background of The Sacrifice. Basically, I remember we were doing, you know the Patreon rewards where we write lyrics?
Oh yeah, we were writing
the lyrics for like one of the Patreon rewards, and I was listening to my K-pop playlist, and a song, but basically a song came on, and I was like, whoa, this is really cool, and I was just like, felt like really inspired to go to the piano, and basically I started like playing, and stuff just like came out like really well. And I had like the verse part 1 was what the first thing that came out. The second part is that was from another song that I had that we didn't even use. I just grabbed that part. So I placed it there, and I was like, okay, this is sounding good. And the one more simple question came out when we were with Nick Littlemore
in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I remember that he gave us some chords. He was like, write like a very short song with this, and that's what came out. And Nick told us like, whatever came out here in that session, you can use. Like, it's yours. Use it on your songs. So we found out that it fit perfectly there. And we were like, you know what? Let's use that. And the chorus, it was the one from the one. But that chorus actually came out after, like, the same like K-pop influence. So basically the Sacrifice was called Gracias K-pop. The Sacrifice has to be like my third favorite song from the album. Like, I worked a lot on those chords. So I mean, that modulation from the pre-chorus to the chorus, I was just so proud of that. It was just like, oh my god, it's so
the
different.
Second chord from the pre-chorus is like,
yeah, because instead of doing it minor, and like if we did it minor, it would have stayed in it would be diatonic. It would have been inside the scale. But since we did it major, it's no longer in the scale, so it sounds like kind of like dissonant.
Fun fact, the last songs we wrote were Dust to Dust, The One, and The Sacrifice.
And The Sacrifice was also result of us trying to fix up. The next songs are one of my are a few of my favorites. And I think it's, you guys are, I think chapter 3 you're gonna like it a lot. I think it's gonna be one of your favorites.
I get it now.
You're gonna like it.
Fue una noche verdaderamente tan increíble y nunca se me va a olvidar.